Hello everyone, and welcome to our ECM long range forecast on the 13th of May 2024. Just so we go through the pressure, temperature, and precip anomalies from the ECMWF.int website for the next 6 weeks, and that gets us to the 24th of June. So week 1 is May 13th, that's today, to next Monday, May 20th, and this week sees a ridge, a high pressure towards Scandinavia, ridging through the Faroe Islands into the Atlantic. Meanwhile, we see a trough of low pressure to our south over Iberia, France, and Biscay. Upshot is we see a mainly easterly influence, and the wettest weather is in the south, and the driest weather is in the north. After today's rain clears through, we are mainly seeing showers, some heavy and thundery at times. The temperature anomaly, therefore, is above average by about 1 to 3 degrees, with the winds coming in from the east and southeast like that. And the precip anomaly is above average, especially in the southern 2/3 of the country. Week 2 is the 20th to the 27th of May. Now this week is a change, so we see a high pressure ridging from Scandinavia down through Western Europe and into the Mediterranean. Meanwhile, we see a low pressure to our west from the Azores up towards possibly Iceland there. That can be quite a warm week, that one, with a southerly type influence. Though I'm not so sure about that considering what we're seeing from the short range output. Here is the temperature anomaly. So as you'd expect, that is above average by about 2 degrees, and the precip anomaly is above average, but it is a downgrade on week 1's anomaly. And possibly a bit drier and still warm there. Week 3 is May 27th to June 3rd, into the start of summer. So this week sees a high pressure to the south, like Spain, Portugal, into parts of Central Europe there. Also a blocking feature towards Canada and Western Greenland. In between, you'd think that there'd be a low pressure. So last time, I mentioned that where you see these white areas between the ridges, especially in the summer, it usually means that we have a low pressure in charge in this region. So possibly a westerly to southwesterly influence there. And also quite wet. So the temperature anomaly is above average, but it is going down a bit, only by about 1 degree this week. And the precip anomaly again is above average, so it does show that there probably is a trough in this white area here. So week 4 is June 3rd to June 10th. This week doesn't look too good either, because the ridges, there's one to our west, like Greenland down towards the Canary Islands. Also, there's one well to our south over the Med and into the Middle East. Meanwhile, there's a lot of white area, so we could be looking at a bit of a northwesterly influence with the position of this ridge, possibly. And possibly some sort of low pressure towards Scandinavia. That is how I see this sort of chart. A westerly or northwesterly influence, and not the most settled. The temperature anomaly for this week again is lowering, so it's about average now. So yeah, I think we're seeing a cooler wind direction that week, and the precip anomaly is a bit above average in this general region there. So probably is low there. So week 5 is June 10th to June 17th. Now that's not looking good. No. If this happens, the first half of June is a write-off pretty much. So we have this very big high all the way from like Canada down towards the Azores, down through Iberia, down through the Mediterranean and Africa, and off into Turkey. Also a possible high around Svalbard up there, but in between we have this white area, and with the ridge I think we're seeing a westerly influence there, or possibly even a slightly northwesterly influence there. Also not settled either. The temperature anomaly is it's around average really. Now interestingly, France is going below average by about 1 degree, Yeah, I think we're seeing a bit of a northwesterly influence there. And the precip anomaly is above average to our north, especially, and drier than average well to our south. So yes, that is another westerly Atlantic-driven week. So really, like yesterday was the last of the nice days for a while, I think. Anyway, for now, next week and the week after look kind of warm and wet, but gradually as we go into June, it's likely that we'll go into a cool and wet scenario if this is correct. Remember, this is like 5 weeks out now. So finally, week 6 is June 17th to June 24th. This week, possibly an improvement here, right? So we have, first of all, a high towards the Labrador Sea, parts of Greenland and Newfoundland. Also, this big ridge to our south through the Med and the Middle East, but also there is a ridge into France, and we might pull up some warmer air from the south with that. But also bear in mind that we are under this white area again, so there's probably a low through this sort of region here coming in off the Atlantic. So possibly still wet there, but warmer with possibly a more southerly influence. So the temperature anomaly. Okay, yeah, it is getting a bit milder there. So it is about 1 degree above average. And the precip anomaly, therefore, it actually is getting a bit drier there, especially to our south and east. So maybe a slight improvement there for week 6. There's a long way off, though. So you don't take that literally. This is mainly for fun towards the end, definitely. But yeah, so in summary, if you have enjoyed the nice weather from last week, good, because by the looks of things, it's not coming back for a while. Into the rest of May, it's looking warm, yes, but wet. Then into June, especially the first half of June, it's going to go cooler with more of a northwesterly influence. Again, with more showers and rain. But possibly beyond mid-June, we might see a more of a southerly influence and a ridge from the Azores into France trying to calm things down. But of course, as I said, this is 6 weeks out, a long way out. So again, major uncertainties with this. But I must say that it is quite similar to last week's update. So we'll see how it goes. If this trend keeps up, I think we'll have to definitely keep an eye on this. Possible quite cool and wet June. Everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.